Hey guys, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn, and in today's video I am reviewing a character that Hasbro thought would be justifiable to make a $30 figure at the time of its release, even though we all know it should have been the price of a normal figure. Because since then, Cobb Vanth's figure has somehow jumped up to like $50 unless you can find him at retail. I'm not kidding. Everywhere I go, except for when I finally found him, he's $50. He's really expensive on online, everything. I was lucky. One day I was just walking through a GameStop and I found him. So I figured I have to review the figure. After this, though, I'm going back to finish my reviewing each member of the Rogue One squad because I've been slacking on that. But anyway, yeah, Hasbro thought it would be easily justifiable for Cobb Vanth to be $30 instead of $25 by making him one of the bigger figure boxes, like so. Now, there are figures like this, for example, Wrecker, who are justifiable like this, where Wrecker is a bigger figure. This is not the case with Cobb Vanth, and they thought that him having his jetpack, 2 blasters, and a removable helmet makes it worthy. Now, take that and compare it to the other Boba Fett that I have already reviewed. I said other Boba Fett because he is already wearing Boba Fett's armor. That Boba Fett had like a whole ton of accessories. He had his grappling hook thingy, he had a flame piece, he had jetpack flames, all that, and many more accessories, including the jetpack and everything. That one they at least tried to justify. This one just has 2 blasters, helmet, jetpack. And they thought it would make it justifiable. I disagree. I'm going to get to the figure real soon, though. This will almost be over. So anyway, yeah, they tried to do that, and I'm lucky I finally found one of the figures, so that's automatically something I needed to talk about. Now we can get into the actual figure, and we'll come back to the box. This is a great-looking Cobb Vanth, okay? This looks just like him. They got all the little scratches in on the armor to show that it's Boba Fett's armor, but all like old, and it came out of the Sarlacc. That was really cool. The jetpack even, like, they made the jetpack have different colors, and this is actually a different missile piece than the one in the Boba Fett thing, so that actually is pretty cool. They did something unique for Cobb Vanth. I feel like I have to state this. His helmet's visor is on the right side. It's just the angle of my camera. I feel like I have to say that in every video because all I do are characters with visors lately. So that's something cool. Now, there are only 2 issues I have with this figure, apart from the one I already talked about with the pricing, but I don't include that on the figure except for retail value. If it's at retail value, then I include it. Just because a figure went up in value after time, I don't take that into account with the figure. Now, the first issue I'm going to talk about is one that's kind of the opposite of a common complaint I have. A common complaint, if you've seen many videos on my channel, is that I often complain that helmets are hard to put on and take off. It's the exact opposite with this figure in that his helmet falls right off and like this. See, like it won't stay on. His face doesn't move with the helmet. It's just like, here. Now it actually stays on in the video. Okay, but the thing is his helmet is extremely loose with this figure. And that's one of my issues. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue I have. Oh, the visor, I forgot to mention, is adjustable, like so. But like his helmet is wobbly and very, in that it doesn't actually fit his face, I don't think. So that's an issue. Alright, the other issue I have is his holster here. I'm going to take off the jetpack and remove this gun so you can actually see it. Okay. This holster is so good that it's impossible to get this gun out of here. There we go. Wow, it actually looks easy now. Okay, so yeah, that's a big issue in that this holster works too well and it's almost impossible to get the gun out. It worked one time for me easily, and this is the first time. I'm going to remove his helmet to show you his face, and they did a really good job. It looks just like Cobb Vanth, as you can see. They have the red scarf in there. They could have just skipped that, but they did a good job and included that. That's pretty cool. Alright, he has two weapons. This blaster that fits in his holster, which is the one he uses in his duels with Cad Bane in Book of Boba Fett. Why did I say duels? There's only one. That's a good inclusion. And then they also included his rifle that he has in the episode The Marshal from The Mandalorian. And both of these guns are pretty cool. I think they did a good job. Oops. Okay. The jetpack is easily attachable, like Boba Fett's will sometimes fall off. This one is not the case. You just have to line it up properly and squeeze it in there, and boom, it fits just like that. And they got this detail accurate of how Cobb Vanth only actually has one of those knee things with the Mandalorian armor. And yeah, I think they did a really good job with this figure outside of those two issues and the pricing. This is not a figure that's worth extra. Case in point, all the Bad Batch members except Wrecker and Omega, because those two don't count for this. Wrecker being a bigger fig, he gets the exception. Can fit their backpacks, their weapons, and their removable helmets in there. And Hunter has his knife, his pistol, and his commando gun. That's more than this Cobb Vanth figure has, okay? Plus his backpack and removable helmet. So yeah, they tried to scam us with that one. Anyway, yeah, like I said, amazing detail on the figure. Like, all these little scratches and scrapes look accurate and all that. They got all the parts here. Oops. They got everything you need for this figure. I feel like this is the best version of Cobb Vanth to get because you also get Boba Fett's armor. However, they are making one soon that's for the Book of Boba Fett, so if you don't want him with the armor, you can get that one. But I honestly would suggest this one more because he looks cooler with the armor on him. Anyway, yeah, apart from those issues, I think this figure is a 9 out of 10 because they're trying to scam you. And the helmet's a bit loose, and the holster, those are things that I'd easily overlook. Oh, except for the part of how they're trying to scam you with the figure being overpriced. That I can't overlook. So, 9 out of 10 with Cobb Vanth. Now we're going to get into the box. I'm just going to put his helmet and all that on. Alright, now we're going to slowly move you aside and get to the box. That is a great image of Cobb Vanth right there. He is number 18 of the Mandalorian wave. Man, the Mandalorian's got the most figures out of all the waves. Except maybe the red box wave, because that's just any figure can be in that one. Yeah, that is a great image of Cobb Vanth that includes the helmet, the armor, all of that. They did a good job. And yeah, this is on the back, you have a picture of him, a bit of information. So yeah, I think they did a really good job with Cobb Vanth. I say he's a 9 out of 10 because I've stated his issues with the figure. And yeah, I would recommend this figure, except like I said at the beginning of the video, he is extremely hard to come by. So if you do find one for a retail price of $30, I recommend you pick it up because he's not going down anytime soon. They're making another one without the armor, so the one with armor is going to go up in value. Or it won't, because you never know with the value of things. They can go up, down, anytime. But anyway, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off. My next video is going to be Chirrut Imwe from Rogue One. I'm going to finish that wave of Rogue One, and then I'm going to start the Ahsoka wave. So, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off, and I look forward to our next encounter in my next video.